Good morning, friends. Every morning, it never fails, and it takes me so long to get myself adjusted uh, with the mucus, with the hearing, with the fogginess in my head, um, with walking. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry, but I can't help it. And and I could wait later on in the day, but to do this video, but when I get inspired to do it, I do it. So, but hold on a minute. Well, I don't know how well this is going to go, but as far as the mucus goes in the mornings, actually it's all day long. I've got what they call rhinitis. My body produces too much mucus. And from what I gather with the research I've done and stuff, it goes along with autoimmune stuff and stuff like fibromyalgia, which I was diagnosed with in 95. But I don't take no medicine for it because there really is no medicine for it. Anyway, I've been talking a lot lately about um, how I'm feeling and that I'm really ain't got nothing to do in my life. There's no reason to get up in the mornings. Not really. Only the fact, of course, I have my dog I take care of, and to get up to go to the bathroom. I get up every morning because I can't lay in bed all day. I'm just not that kind of person. I just can't lay in bed all day. And somewhere deep inside of me, there's something screaming to do something with my life. And adventures. I need adventures. I need, in fact, ever since I was um, little girl, we were always creating adventures to play, to like cowboys and Indians. Man, I couldn't stand to be the cowboy. The Indians chasing me. I was horrible. And but anyway, as I look back, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately, about the things that have been going on in the world and the way we have to live now and stuff, and we're kind of cooped up in a box because they're telling us about global warming and that they got to do stuff to make sure that the sun don't burn us up, and all these gadgets and stuff that they've invented to keep us from the sun and keep us from the vitamin D3 that we need and different things. And uh, God, when we were growing up, we loved playing. Well, we didn't love it, but we played out in the sun a lot. We were healthy as kids. And then as we got into adulthood, things weren't bad. But now here we are. Ohio is not Ohio weather anymore. And growing up at this time of the year, it was hot. And we didn't have fans and stuff. But people are so used to having air conditioners now that their health needs it because they're accustomed to it. And we've forgotten how to keep cool in the summertime. But here we are It's been cold in the mornings. I've been having a heater on. And so there's no adventure in being out in the sun and enjoying the sun. And of course, and it also depends on where you're at. Now, I live in the country. And to be out here in the sun, it's almost impossible because it's mostly all trees. And for me being on a hillside, it's hard for me to get out there and walk around and stuff. So I'm limited because of my choice of where I'm living. But I think we all limit ourselves to some extent because of where we choose to live. Now, there's so many things that I miss being able to do. And it's just simple things. It don't cost you anything. Nothing I love more than to lay outside at night and be able to lay and look up at the stars and watch the stars. Man, that would bring me so much enjoyment. And I don't mean it just as a child. I mean as an adult. Lay out there for hours and watch the stars. That brought such enjoyment to me. And lay there and I could see what I would today call UFOs weaving in and out of the stars. I could see that. And it's so relaxing. So that's something that is missing out of my life. And like I said, it costs nothing. Warm weather, lay out underneath the stars on a blanket or a lawn chair, whatever you can lay in and be comfortable. And last time I got to do that was in Florida. And I could go out in my yard, and that was, six years ago. I could go out in my yard, lay on a picnic table, bench, and look up at the stars. Oh, that was so nice and peaceful and warm. That's the great thing about it. It was warm. And I have to be warm in order to enjoy life. That's bottom line. And I've always been that way. But when in your younger days, it's easier to tolerate the cold if you have to. But Ohio is changing more and more and more. And of course, the whole world is changing. The different things that they've got in the air and the different things that they're doing and talking about seeding the clouds and stuff like that. All that coming down on us in the summertime. If we want to be outside, you can't do that not without the mosquitoes anymore. And I'm not spraying a mosquito spray of any form on my skin. And that to me is just as bad as putting meds into your body, chemicals of meds in your body. So many of the things that brought me joy in my life, I can no longer do. I would love to do music, but that's not possible because the music that I used to get into around here, I don't care what level of music it is, there's corruption, there's backstabbers that if they get jealous of you, they start doing things against you to harm you in whatever way they can harm you in. And that was what it was in and around here, around the tri-state here. I'm right on the uh, three corners of West Virginia and Pennsylvania and Ohio. So I had three different states that people came from to enjoy music and perform and entertain others. The cutthroat in that. And I no longer do that, in which, by the way, anyway, the younger people don't want to do that stuff anymore. And so there's really no place to go to do that. Now, I write songs, and I just recently put a song up, but I didn't put the music to it. I wrote the lyrics, AI put the music and the voice to it. And I'm considering letting some of the apps that I have analyze my voice and take my song and put my voice to my songs, like they did with Randy Travis. But again, what's the end to that? What can I do with that? Nothing other than you can see the words that I put to the song. That's basically, I mean, you can enjoy the song, but it's not really me up performing and singing. And to what end? Am I selling my songs? Am I making money off my songs? No. What's the point? I mean, we were raised to work. The humans were raised on this planet to work. And that's all we know. That's the only vision we know. And to sit around and do nothing day in and day out, our bodies get stiff and stale and don't operate anymore. Our bodies were meant to move. And a lot of people do it through exercise, but that's not good for everybody. If you enjoy going out and lifting weights and stuff like that, that's fine. I got to be productive. And I'm not being productive for anybody other than myself, and I get tired of doing that, trying to make my home into a home where I'm comfortable and I enjoy it. I don't get company, so I don't have a way to make a home. I do it the best I can, but I set it up so I can make my videos. So I can do a little something, and the videos is all I do right now, other than go thrift shopping, but that's hard on my leg to walk around. And I'm talking pain. By the time I get done, I'm in excruciating pain. Now, in my younger days, when I wasn't married, I would date, and that was enjoyable. That was fun until you find out how toxic each other are to each other. That's no fun, because toxicity comes from you not agreeing and not your morals and your standards and your way of living is not the same. So you can't connect right. And the work that goes into that, way back when there was no work putting into dating. You got cleaned up, you got dressed, you went out, you had some fun. And the men were in charge. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to make any choices other than, do I want to go or don't I want to go? And that was bottom line. And so we had fun back then, dating. Well, that's no longer a thing really anymore. And men aren't like they used to be. And so all that fun is gone. And I, at my age, at 82, and I'm sure any man don't want to nurse uh, a sick woman back to health while they're dating. And like me, I don't want to have to take care of a sick man. I got enough to take care of myself. So, so that's out the door. But if I could get back to at least warm weather and enjoy life sitting outdoors in the sunlight, having a nice glass of sweet tea, and I when I was in Florida, I'd go out and sit in the mornings and in nice warm weather, and didn't have to bundle up, and have my coffee in the mornings. I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and sit on the front porch and watch the sun come up where you can see it and bright and shiny. Uh, to me, that I love that. Can't do that here. I live on a hillside, which I'm thankful that I have a home. Don't get me wrong. And I love the fact that I'm next to my family. That I'm never really alone. Uh, I see them out here walking around doing different things. And oh, excuse me. And one of the things I miss is watching people. When I lived in my hometown after being an adult, had a house that I could sit on the porch and watch people. I don't even have to talk to them. Just watch them. That was entertaining to me. You know, so as life has progressed, and life has always progressed, more and more things are changing. Ohio certainly has changed as far as the weather goes, and that has been bad. The winters seem to never end, and this year we've not had any summer hardly at all. I've not had to one time put my heater away. I don't run the furnace, but I have my heater. And it's on right now. It gets cold. And I would, and it really boggles my mind at the people out there that are saying, oh, hurry up and summer get over. Not even thinking how cold winter's going to be. Not even thinking about the people that can't afford to pay for the heating sources. Not even thinking about the homeless people that are out on the streets, no place to go. And I know all about this because my daughter works with people that are homeless to get them a home. They got to go out and sleep wherever on the streets and or go into a shelter if they'll accept them. It's just, no. And these people that sit and holler about, oh, it's too hot, give me some air conditioning. And I understand that some people need it because they smoked all their life and they got emphysema now, or they've got COPD and different things, that they need that air going, cold air, well, then move. And that's what I've been thinking about, moving back to Florida, where, if nothing else, I have nice, warm weather. Now, it does get cold from time to time in the wintertime in the part that I was at. But that's only once or twice a year. For the most part, it's warm, it's hot. And I can sit out in my yard, and I don't have to do anything else. If I need to go to the store, go to the store. If I want to order groceries, and they bring them to me. That's the life. Warm weather, that's the life for me. And, but I feel like I'm cooped up in a camper. And, because there's only certain places you can put a camper. It's either in the campgrounds or your own land, which I live here on my daughter's land. And the only place we could put it was not the most suitable place for me, mobility-wise. So, but again, I chose this. I was in a low-income apartment building, but I could not handle the apartment. First of all, you think that the government takes such good care of their apartments. Think again. Because the government don't know everything about how these landlords take care of their places. So I know I've talked about a whole bunch of stuff here, but I'm basically showing you and telling you what it is that I would like to have, and don't have that many choices right now because of my age, because of the weather that's going on in Ohio, which has been getting that way worse and worse every year. And of course, Florida has hurricanes, so there's that. Then there's all the flooding that's been going on around, and I don't swim. Too afraid to learn, which I did try to learn. I can float. I can tread water now that I couldn't do before, but I have to be relaxed in order to do that. So it's just a whole bunch of things that goes along with age and not taking care of your body throughout the years. And my channel is about she believes she could. And again, I'm going to end this with, you can if you believe it, if you want to. And that's the key word. You can't believe it unless you want to. And a lot of people, like I say, it has God, I've lost my train of thought. If you believe you can, or if you believe you can't, you're right. So if I believe I can't do it, then that's what. So if I believe right now that there's nothing more that I can do other than live in this camper, I'm screwed. Even if I want something better. But then again, if you get yourself caught in between, I don't want to give up my camper. So that puts me at a stalemate. Well, if you don't want to give up your camper, then what are you going to do with your camper? Well, I got to have a house where I can put the camper if I want a house. Or I have to really truly let go of the idea of keeping the camper and move on to a house. So, I can't truly sit here and say right now that I can believe that I can have a house if I'm really not made that complete decision that I want to let go of this camper and I want a house. Does that make sense? I have to want something. And that's just like if I think that I'll never, how do I want to say this? If I think I can't get a house, then I won't get one. And why do I not think that I can't get a house? Because I don't have no place to put my camper. That's almost the same as having a poor mindset. If you grow up poor and you don't believe that you can be any wealthier than what you are, or nothing ever works out for you, then that's what you're going to have. So I've got myself in a spot right now where I can sit and say all day long, well, I don't want to get, and I hold on to the camper because just maybe I won't find that house that I want, and or the way the prices are nowadays, I won't be able to afford it. Instead of actually letting go of the camper in my mind, even though I'm still living in it, let it go, and know that I know that I will find a way to have the house that I want, where I want it. So, again, I really can't believe right now that I can obtain the house that I want, where I want it, as long as I'm hanging on to this camper and the idea of it. Because as a man believes he is, that's how he'll be. And God's not going to change my will. I have to change that myself. So, y'all have a great day. I hope you understood what I was talking about.